Today we're going to look at some poems, and we're going to look at the format of the poem, and we're going to label these poems. Our ultimate goal is eventually I want you all to write me a poem and share it in front of the class. But today I'm just going to introduce you the parts of the poem, okay? But I want us to read the poem first. I'm going to read it for us, and I want you to follow along with it in your book, okay? All right? The title of the poem is All About Animals. There are animals on the ground, animals in the trees, animals near my house, and animals in the seas. There are animals that are short, there are animals that are tall, animals that are big, and animals that are small. There are animals that can run, animals that can slide, animals that can hop, and animals that can glide. Each animal speaks a language. Each sound is unique and grand. I hear them and I listen, then I try to understand. Did you all enjoy that poem?
Yes, ma'am.
I like that poem too. What I want you all to do, I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor about what the poem looks like. Don't talk about what the poem is saying to us. I want you to talk to your neighbor about what the poem looks like on the page, okay?
The poem looks like paragraphs. The first letter is backed up, but this is a stanza, so the first letter is all the way up. So some other words like trees and seas, they both rhyme. They're like tall and small, and like slide and pop. So all the words have
1, 2, 3, back to me. I heard some good things. Let's share out and tell me, what does the poem look like to you? Okay? Tell me something that you saw. Not anything that we heard, but something that you saw in the poem.
I said that most paragraphs, the first letter is backed up. So this is a stanza, and the stanza letter is all the way up.
Okay, so what she's saying is that the stanza is similar to a paragraph, but the paragraph has what we call indentions, okay? And the stanzas do not have indentions. Very good form. What did you see in the paragraph? In the poem. You saw what? Say it loud. You saw some rhyming words in the poem? Good. Identify 2 of the rhyming words. Slide and glide. Very good. Okay, what did you see?
I saw love and they are similar to sentences.
You saw some lines and they are similar to sentences? Very good.
In the middle of each poem, they got animals.
Okay, you saw them using that word animals. It's like a repetition of the word animals. Okay, good. What did you see?
I saw a lot of space in the song.
Okay, it has a lot of space in between each stanza. Okay, very good. What did you see? You heard the rhythm and the rhyme in the poem? Very good. Oh, boys and girls, let me pass this out to you. Let me give you guys a copy of the different parts of a poem. I see that some of us are familiar with the different parts of a poem, okay? I see that some of us are familiar, and that's good. So let's get the terminology of what a poem is. A poem, go ahead and I'm going to read it. So you guys track while I read, okay? A poem. A poem is a piece of what? Writing that almost always has what? Rhythm. And it is written to express someone's what?
Ideas.
And their what?
Feelings.
Very good. So a poem is a piece of writing that sometimes have rhythm and rhyme, and it's used to express someone's feelings and someone's writings. So sometime this week, we're going to write a poem, and it's going to express your what? Feelings or your ideas on a certain subject, right? Okay, good. Also, the poem has what we call lines. Let's read and see what lines are. Lines are rows of what?
Words.
It's a rows of what?
Words.
It's a rows of words, and it's written across a page or a column. If I was reading a chapter book, a line would be similar to a what?
Sentence.
To a sentence, wouldn't it? Very good. A line would be similar to a sentence. Okay? The next word is stanza. Everyone say stanza.
Stanza.
Because that may be a new word for us. Say stanza.
Stanza.
Okay. A stanza is a group of what? Lines. Very good. Within a poem. It's similar to a what?
Paragraph.
Paragraph in a chapter book. Very good. That's what a stanza is. It's a group of lines within the poem, and it's similar to a paragraph in a chapter book. Our next word is what? Rhyme. Everyone say rhyme? Rhyme. Put your finger on it. Rhyme. Rhyme is the repetition of the same ending what? Sound. Very good. Do you understand what repetition means? It means that something that repeats itself. It goes over and over. It repeats itself. So that ending sound is going to do what?
Repeat itself.
Repeat itself. Very good. And then the next one is rhythm. A rhythm is a series of what? Beats in a poem. Miss Mac doesn't have a lot of rhythm, but I can hear a rhythm. Like for instance, if it goes doop 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 doop, we're gonna listen for the rhythm in the poem. Okay? All right. So let's label this poem here. But boys and girls, I don't want us to. I love to read poetry, so I can't label it until I read it. You guys want to read it with me, or you all want me to read it by myself? Read it with me? Okay. And then we're going to identify the parts, okay? All right. The title of the poem is Adventure with a Book. So what is that? Trees. And I'm the captain, bold and free. Who will decide which place I'll see? Come, let us sail the magic ship. What was that I just read? The what?
Stanza.
That was my stanza. Very good. Let me put it over here. That was my stanza. Good. What is this right here, boys and girls? That's my first line, isn't it? Good. So when you guys write your poems, I want you to be sure to have your lines and your stanza, your title, and your author. Did we hear any rhyme going on in the? Good. You got your rhyme? Layla, what two words did you hear that rhyme? Now put out there. Sail. That rhyme? Ship. Sail. Do they have the same ending sound? No. Okay. What two? Seas and trees. Very good. They rhyme. Okay. Are you ready to tell me now, Layla? Did you find two? Did you find two? Okay. Let's read it again and see if you can find if we can hear two. Okay. Books are ships that sail the sea to lands of snow or jungle trees. Okay. Did you guys hear any rhyming words there? What about seas and what? Trees. Does that rhyme? Okay, you said those two. Well, what about free and what? Sea. Good. Those rhyme. All right. But does ship rhyme with any of that? No. So what it tells me is that all the lines do not have to rhyme, do they? And sometimes we're going to find poems that don't rhyme at all. Okay? So, now we've labeled this poem. We've labeled the parts of the poem. Now, I want you to take out your poem, The Snowbird Song. The first thing I want you to do is get your pencil, and I want you to label the parts. You have your sheet here. You have your sheet here that have the parts on it. So go ahead and label your parts very quickly. The Snowbird Song is our what? Title. Very good. By Francis C. Woodworth. That's your what? Author. That's the author of the poem. Good. What does the author do?
Write the poem.
The author writes the poem. Very good. So Francis wrote the poem. Okay? Our first stanza says, well, I'm going to let the boys read a line and then the girls read a line. Very good. I like the way you guys labeled it. I want the boys to read a line and the girls to read a line. Boys, everybody, let's go ahead on and say the title of the poem.
The Snowbird Song.
Okay, very good. By Francis C. Woodworth. Boys, you read the first line, then girls read, okay? Ready? Go.
The ground was all covered with snow one day, and two little sisters were busy at play. When a snowbird was sitting close by on a tree, and their name was Chickadee, 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 and Marilyn sings Chickadee.
Very good. Stop right there. What was that you guys read? The what?
Stanza.
Very good. Now, boys and girls, we're going to do a very quick assessment, and I'm going to give you all the definitions, and I want you to write me the word, okay? Number one, and please use your sheet here if you need it, okay? So, number one, a blank is a piece of writing that almost always has rhythm and is written to express someone's ideas or feelings. Go ahead and write that. Tell me what that is. Okay, you don't have but 2 seconds. A blank is a piece of writing, and you can use your sheet. Okay, number two. Blank is the repetition of the same ending sound. Blank is the repetition of the same ending sound. Number three, blank is a series of beats in a poem. Number four, blank is rows of words written across a page or a column. Blank is rows of words written across a page or a column. And then the last one. Blank is a group of lines within a poem, similar to a paragraph in a chapter book. A blank is a group of lines within a poem, similar to a paragraph in a chapter book. Now, on tomorrow, we're going to review this, and then we're going to look at some more poems, and we're going to talk about figurative language along with some more rhythm and rhymes in poems, because I want us to write a poem. Are there any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take up my little extra slips, and I want us to look at that second stanza. And boys, you go ahead on and read that first line, and girls, you read the second line. Ready? Boys, go ahead and read.
The ground was all covered.
We're going to read the second stanza.
He had not been singing that tune very long. And would heard him, so loud was his song. Oh, sister, look out of the window, said she. Here's a dear little bird singing chickadee. Oh, mother, do get him
Very good, boys and girls. Thank you.